Okay, go.
Okay, so on Sunday we have nothing special. Then a lot of Chinese bank holiday, so Sunday and Monday. So on Monday, what do we get? On Monday we have, I will monitor the German Bundesbank monthly report.
Yep.
We have to monitor the Canadian federal election.
Yep.
Perhaps Trudeau will be booted out, so we will see. And then I will monitor the Aussie monetary policy meeting minutes too.
Okay. And yeah, there's very little news this week as well. Big ones.
Then,
yeah. Yep.
Then on Tuesday we have for the Swiss the trade balance, so all time frames.
Yep.
Then we have the US dollar current account all time frames.
Yep.
I will continue to monitor the US dollar housing starts. Then we have the Kiwi GDP price index tentative, so but all time frames.
Yep.
And then I will monitor the Aussie MI leading index month over month.
Bullock.
Then we have Bullock speaking, yeah. Due to speak at an online event hosted by Bloomberg, so no, let's forget, not important at all. And then I will, a big red one with the Bank of Japan, the monetary policy statement, Bank of Japan policy rate, and then later the press conference.
Okay, and just a reminder, what we do is we don't place any orders 1 hour prior to the news coming out. I'll go through this a bit more detail, but we similarly for this big high impact one, but also don't try trading it until the press conference comes out afterwards, because that could impact on what actually happens up with the news from up here as well. So it could be an hour or so later. So just letting you know, hold tight and let's just sort of really into scalping.
Yeah,
okay.
And if you listen to some commentators talking about or using terms like hawkish and dovish, so this is when the press conference is extremely important. So the big boys will pay attention to the tone used by the governor of the central bank or the CEO of the central bank to try to analyze in full details if he feels optimistic or pessimistic. So hawkish means optimistic, and this usually is good for the currency, and dovish means pessimistic, and this is bad for the currency, in fact. So this is why the press conference is so important.
Okay, thanks. The rest of the days?
Yeah, so for Wednesday, so I will monitor the Swiss National Quarterly Bulletin.
Okay.
Then monitor the US dollar crude oil inventories.
Yep.
Then another big one in red with the Fed, so the FOMC statement, the federal funds rate, and the press conference too. And we can include the economic projections. Yeah.
Okay, as a high impact as well.
Yeah, of course, because it is part of the statement with
sure.
the meeting with the Fed. Sorry,
okay.
And then know that it is a bank holiday for Japan. So
okay, so we don't want these. Okay, scrolling down.
So Thursday, on Thursday. We have another big one in red with the Swiss National Bank monetary policy statement assessment. Sorry, and the policy rate. Then we will have. I will monitor the Euro ECB economic bulletin.
Yep.
Then we have the pound flash manufacturing PMI, so under H4. As well as the flash services PMI under H4.
Yep.
Then we have another big one with the Bank of England, the pound, the asset purchase facility votes, monetary policy summary, official bank rate votes, and official bank rate. So high impact. Then with the CAD, small time frame, core retail sales month-over-month and retail sales month-over-month. I will continue to monitor the unemployment claims in USA. I will monitor also for the US dollar, the flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI.
Oh, okay.
Simply monitor, yeah. Because the PMI usually has not a big, has no really big impact in the market, but it helps to see how the economy is moving. So is the economy improving or worsening? So then monitor the US dollar natural gas storage.
Yep.
We have for all time frames the Kiwi trade balance.
Yep.
I will monitor the pound GFK consumer confidence.
Yep.
And that's it. I will continue to monitor the yen national core CPI year over year in the context of the pandemic. Yeah, in the context of the pandemic or post-pandemic era. So.
Yep.
And on Friday, I will monitor the Euro-German E4 business climate.
Yep.
Then we have Tenreiro speaking from the Bank of England, due to speak at a virtual conference hosted by the National University of Cordoba. No, certainly not important at all. Then Powell, due to deliver opening remarks. Let's forget, there is no need to read the rest of the description. Then Williams also speaking.
Oh, okay.
But it will be on Saturday, so due to speak about international coordination of monetary policy strategy, so no important at all. It may be interesting to follow if it is streamed online, just for an education purpose, just to know how the central banks works together. But
okay.
It will have no impact in the market because it is a general lecture.
Okay, so just so that people know how to follow it online, click in this little box here for details. Click, and
the source link usually.
Over up here. Yep, sorry.
Yeah.
I was looking at these ones as well. So these are the past informations, and this one it won't be quite there yet. Allow. It's getting so many pop-ups, so I decided to clobber them. Okay, so this page will pop up, and there'll be the information will be on here somewhere. So you just have to find it at the time. It doesn't come up until then. If I go back to the original page, let's have a look at July 24th, the previous one. And where's that gone?
Now, all the speeches are not necessarily streamed online, of course. But you may have some information in the news panel of Forex Factory or with some other news company like Reuters, Bloomberg, and so on.
Yeah, it's taken me back to it. So this was, sorry, I was expecting it to bring up a page. So if we come back up to, so is this today's, this week's, where's the date? June 24th. Okay, let's back up a bit so that you can see what's actually happening here. Right, so we were looking, where is he gone? Oh, where's he gone now? September the 17th. Oh, I've gone back too far. I need this week. So on the Saturday, we had Williams speaking and went into detail. And when you click on one of these lines, it takes you back to a previous page in the calendar. So if I click on June the 24th, click, it will take me back up to scroll back up here, the date of June the 24th, and the news that came out at that particular time. So just watch out for that if you got kind of confused like I did just then. It doesn't actually take you to the information until you click on this perhaps. We'll see what happens. Okay, and it's a bunch of tweets. Okay, it's just giving a brief idea of what's happened. Okay, not that helpful going backwards in the past. But for the particular day when it's coming out.
Yeah, but sometimes for such events, some of such events, when someone is talking, the talk is not streamed online, but we have a series of tweets displayed by information websites, like for
Sure.
X Factory, for example.
Yep.
And sometimes they are enough. Sometimes they are enough.
No, I'm not knocking it. I'm just, so the speech wasn't streamed and it's not recorded backwards in the past on these ones.
Yeah.
It might be, if you go to this page here now, oh, now where am I? Why did that not come up the first time? September 15, 20. Okay, play around. I'm getting confused here, so I'm just going all over the show. Have a play beforehand or while it's actually happening, so that you don't get run over like I am when the thing is actually happening. Practice beforehand. Right. Hi. Okay. I think that's done enough damage. So the next thing that we look at here, so we've gone through the news, and I just want to get rid of this. I'll save it, what we've done so far. Okay.
Chris, can you display your digital clock?
Oh, it was there. Yep. Sometimes it jumps in behind things. Come on. There it is. Thanks, Nathan. And Francis had one of his best weeks thanks to Sam. Sam is an advanced course passed. Once you've done standard, you can do the SAM. That's cool, Francis. And yes, I liked your chart that you sent through. It was nice.
Yeah, I must say, and this is a pleasure for me to read so many emails by a few of the SAM students making feedback, very positive feedback with the new MaxSAM course.
Yeah, and it's and no, I didn't catch it, Francis, because I was asleep then. It's not cool to trade here in New Zealand.
And so now, Francis, you can begin to understand why all my days when I trade are positive since a long time period. So more than 4 years, in fact 6 years in reality, now 6 years. I have losing trades. I have losing trades, of course. And sometimes I have even more than 50% of my trades which are losing trades, but the day is positive. Sometimes a small profit, of course. Sometimes a very tiny profit, but still positive. But a few days or several days during the months are very positive. And that's enough.
Okay, cool. Then what I'm looking at here in the spreadsheet here is the best moving pairs over the past 4 weeks, and you can see the ranges drop down hugely. It used to be like I kept saying that these ranges here were really low when it was in the 3000s, and that 1,000 was getting low, and now we're into the 700s, 800s, 900s. It's just things are getting tighter and tighter, so you have to be more and more careful. You can still make money from this, but it's things aren't just the pairs are at the moment not rampaging across the charts as much as they used to. So, and what we do is I'll quickly show you for the new people, because there's a whole bunch of new primer students will be hopefully watching this, is the way that we generate that table that I just showed you is we go to MATF. Where's MATF? MATF here, and I resubmit. and I go to this page. It's the volatility page. Let's do that again so that the front bit is not chopped off. Okay, and we select 4 weeks worth of data. You can select longer, but 4 weeks is enough to give you a good idea, and that will show you the order of the pairs, the number of pips, and their dollar value on a daily basis, the average range. So it's as close as we get to volatility. And then I copy this out and put it in the spreadsheet. But if you just click up here on the dollar range, you can sort them by the most moving pairs in dollars. And so these are the best ones to sort of make money from. And so we select the top 10 pairs from here. So if you ever need to do it again, that's how to get into it. There's a lot more information on this page, like when the best time through the day is, the pairs move and all that sort of stuff. But for the moment, we just, all that I put up on the website are the top 10 pairs here. So, and it's these ones here. So let me show you just once more in case you've forgotten what you're analyzing. I go to that web page up there. On the page, I type in 4 for the number of weeks that I want to analyze, and it will automatically sort the pairs out. The other thing that I do is I strip out all the special pairs, things like Mexicans and Polish and Russian or whatever they've got, so that I'm left with just the basic 28 major pairs that we trade, these ones here. And if you need them, just freeze them or email me and ask me for the list of them. I exclude them up here, so they're all here, and it's good these days. I had to do it every week, but now it just saves it from week to week, so I don't have to go through it. So these are the pairs that are included now, and once I've done that, I sort it by the dollars, not the pips, but by the dollars twice, so that I get the most moving, the most expensive pairs at the top. So if you're going to make money, pick the low-hanging fruit. These ones are making the money, and then we list them out and say these are the best ones to go for to monitor for the week. So these are the ones that came out on top, and we also have a little selection further down. If you are finding these ones too volatile, jumpy, erratic, then if you can pick some slower ones. This was particularly important during Brexit, when the pound was just jumping all over the show because people were tweeting about nonsense at the time. These ones were more reliable to trade, would be safer, less stressful, and won't make it quite as much money, but at least you'll be making money from them without risking your account. So, Eusebio, how far down do I go with this jumpy case?
Kiwi US dollar will be fine on the line 15.
Cool, thank you. So what we do is we pull these out, put them over here. Now Eusebio does a magic trick where he matches up the news that we've just been through with the pairs for each day. I've got them over here. So I've already selected them. So these are the pairs that we're using, and we're going to create a list of pairs that you can trade on a daily basis based on the news. So for Sunday we've got nothing, Eusebio, and we pick items. Sorry, before I go any further, subroutining a lot, but anything that's marked with all time frames means any time frame that you're trading. Ones that are marked under H4 time frames, like the 5-minute charts and 15-minute charts, and the high impact ones. With all of these ones, just ignore the monitors. Should have started with that. Ignore the monitors. Anything else, don't place any trades 1 hour prior to the news coming out, like at 4:30 a.m. here, and get out of the trade within half an hour of the news coming out. This is because when the news comes out, if there's a surprise, it can be quite volatile and it can impact your account. Not your profits, but your actual hard-earned cash that you've got sitting in your account. It could make things hit your stops or jump your stops if it's a real big surprise or something like that. So we're just being extra careful on that side of things. Okay, the ones that are marked under H4, if you're trading a 5-minute chart, then under H4 plus high impact plus all time frames are the ones to follow those rules by. If you're trading higher time frames, like a daily chart or something like that, then you don't need to worry so much about the under H4s, but more like the all time frames and the high impacts. And there's also an extra piece to this, and Eusebio brought this up as well when he was talking in the session, but we've got different pairs of different importance as well. So any news that's coming out on the euro, the dollar, or the yen, any other pair will be impacted. So if you're trading the dollar Kiwi and there's news coming up on the euro, then presume that there's news coming up on the dollar Kiwi somewhere. So don't place the orders 1 hour before, get out of it within half an hour. If you're trading the smaller pairs, then you only need to worry about the pairs that actually have that currency in them. So if you're trading the Aussie Kiwi and there's news coming up on the Aussie Kiwi, then those rules apply. But if you're trading the euro dollar, for instance, and there's news coming up on the Aussie, you don't need to worry about it quite so much. Still need to be aware of it, but just don't worry about it too much. However, having said that, I have seen news come out on the Kiwi, which is the smallest of all the currencies that we use, that still managed to make the pound dollar jump. So the small ones can still impact the larger currencies. So just monitor them, be aware of them, and get ready to take action if something crazy happens. And the pound sits in between them. So sometimes it can act like a big boy and you've got to be really careful about the news. Sometimes it's like a small pair and you don't need to really worry about it. I can't give you any specifics. You're just going to have to learn that as you go, I'm afraid. Okay, I think I've done enough on that one. So back over here, what we're going to do now is we, as in Eusebio, is going to match up the news with the pair list for that particular day to come up with a little list down here. So if I just come back over here, make this a bit smaller so that we can see the change. Okay. Right, so on Sunday there's nothing, and on Monday up to 5 p.m. there is nothing either. So,
okay, so the choice will be easy. First choice will be the pound Kiwi or the pound US dollar.
Okay. Can we have one of those? Oh.
Pound Kiwi or pound US dollar.
Yep.
Then the euro Kiwi or the pound Swiss. Euro Kiwi or pound Swiss.
This will do. Okay.
And then the US dollar card or the pound Aussie.
Misbuttoning. Sorry, say that again. Euro.
US dollar card or pound Aussie.
Okay. So the reason that we're doing this is rather than monitor all those 10 to 15 pairs that we showed you, this just chops it down to a select few to monitor to the start. And if these 4 don't work out for you, then you can drop down to these ones. And if none of those work, then you can look at the whole big list. But these should give you some really nice movers. Okay, next day. And so leftovers from Monday. So Monday runs from 5 p.m. New York time to 5 p.m. New York time. So on the Monday, we've got nothing after 5 p.m. So we're looking for the big ones, like all time frames under H4 and high impact. So on Tuesday, we've got the Swiss.
The Swiss, yes.
And the US dollar.
And the US dollar, okay.
And the Kiwi. And
the Kiwi.
And the Kiwi can come out in the afternoon or the evening, so we're not sure, so we included in both.
Okay. So the first choice will be the pound US dollar or the pound or the US dollar CAD. So pound US dollar or US dollar CAD.
Yep.
Then we will have the pound Swiss or the pound Kiwi. Pound Swiss, pound Kiwi.
Yep.
And then the Euro Kiwi, pound Aussie.
Okay.
Euro Kiwi, pound Aussie.
Okay. So leftovers from Tuesday, after Tuesday 5 p.m. Like I said, the Kiwi, we don't know when that one comes out, so we add the Kiwi.
So the Kiwi, okay.
The yen.
The yen, of course, the yen, so the yen here, yeah.
And the US dollar.
And the US dollar. US dollar is here and here. Just give me one moment.
Hey, Shabu.
Okay,
Hey,
so the first choice will be the pound US dollar or the US dollar CAD.
Okay.
Pound US dollar or US dollar CAD. Then the pound yen or the pound Kiwi. Pound yen or pound Kiwi.
Yep.
And then the Euro Kiwi or the pound Swiss.
Hope you're going okay, Ralph. Just on the side. Afternoon of a Wednesday, we've got, where's Wednesday? Here's Wednesday. Nothing. We've got the Swiss.
The Swiss, okay.
And the pound.
The pound, so pound, 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 pound. Okay.
Yep, the CAD.
The CAD, so the CAD is here and here and here,
And
okay.
That's it.
Okay. So we will have the pound Swiss or pound CAD. Pound Swiss or pound CAD.
Yep.
Then the pound Kiwi or pound US dollar, like Monday.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we will have the US dollar CAD or the pound Aussie, for example. Yeah. US dollar CAD or pound Aussie.
Okay. Okay. And so leftovers from Thursday, we've got, okay, couldn't grab it with the mouse. We've got the Kiwi.
The Kiwi again.
Always
the Kiwi. They are everywhere. Yeah.
We keep telling ourselves we punch above our weight.
So we will have the pound Kiwi or the Euro Kiwi. Pound Kiwi or Euro Kiwi.
Okay. Yep.
Then the pound US dollar or pound Swiss.
Got one of those.
Pound US dollar or pound Swiss.
Okay, this will do. Yep.
And then the US dollar CAD or the pound Aussie. US dollar CAD or pound Aussie.
Okay, so
let me check Wednesday. Okay, for all the other days except Wednesday, you can possibly add also the pound yen.
Okay.
And a third choice.
Okay. Okay. So again, the way this works is if you're looking for things to trade on a Monday, you pick something from the top two lines here. First, if these aren't working for you, then you can drop down to this third line. And if none of those work, then you can move over to select something from the whole list itself, like from the bottom up, anything that you like there. So that's all it is. It's just to stop you from jumping around, burning your eyeballs out, trying to figure out what thing to trade. When you start out trading, it's best to only have one or two pairs that you're actually monitoring. Otherwise, things just become way too overwhelming. So just keep it simple to start with. Very, very simple. And like when you learn to drive a car, even the window wipers are really hard to sort of handle. And if you have to turn a corner and you have to turn on the blinkers, then that just adds a whole other level of complexity. So similarly with trading, just baby steps to start with. Once you've done it a couple of times, it won't take long before you can sort of integrate everything. Okay. So anything else, Eusebio?
No, nothing else, no.
Okay. So what happens with all this, and I'll just save this, is it comes and gets put over here into the NewsWatch list. So on our website, maxtradingsystem.com, it's been in the sorry about this to everybody else who's sat through this several times, but it's there's the link, and it'll be brought up down here, and down here is the list of the news to avoid or wait for, and here are the top 10 pairs, and here are the daily items, and a bit further down